So we're out in Anoka, Minnesota, doing a one-day job. More than a half acre, almost, 1 full acre. Calling that a day. 90 degrees today, spotty showers. Just got done spotty showering. 100% humidity. Going to be, weather forecast is calling for over 100 degree heat index. So that's great. Wasn't really sure I was going to film today. Don't really know what educational value we're going to have today, other than I'm sure we're going to break something. But maybe it's, entertainment, infotainment. Anyways, here's where we drove in. If you want to see, what a skid steer will do to a turf lawn. And you can see where, I punched in. You just have to pick a place. I wanted to go right between these 3 trees. Pretty sure those are box elder, kind of a junk tree anyways. But I stayed on the client's side. And what I do is, I just pick a place to punch in. So I found lawn bags right at the corner lot line, pretty common. But what I do is I try to, punch in this side of my property, and then I'll feather it in per OnX, still staying, a good 10 feet. That's about the accuracy level that I am comfortable with in my area. I know OnX can be wildly accurate or inaccurate. Different areas. Where I'm at, it's pretty well surveyed, documented with the county and all that, where OnX pulls the information. I'm all right at about 12 feet. So we're going to get about 12 feet to the property line. Punch in. Back over here, I made a circle so I could turn around, so I could start cleaning up. Then we'll turn around and punch the other way. I like to establish my bounds as the first, order of precedence. So after I establish a boundary, then I just work inside the boundary, and I don't have to constantly look at OnX, if that makes any sense. If that works for you, great. Happy I could pass along, how I do it. If, that doesn't work for you, figure out a way to get comfortable, because you are in this line of work. You're just going to be in the middle of nowhere, and not every client wants to pay for a survey, a professional, a real survey. So, you got to not encroach that 12 feet or whatever you're comfortable with. But that's kind of the area that I punched in a circle, and now we're going to go straight this way. And, stay 12 feet off OnX, do my outline of my boundary, and then take care of everything else in here. Here we go. You gotta turn on your hydraulics, let them know that turn off the safety. Not exactly sure what that is, but just about every machine you got to hit a button, let it know it's ready. The other button is self-leveling for the bucket. I don't like it when I'm forestry mulching. Love it for the tractor. Other than that, I got 3 buttons on the left. One is your hammer, that's your continuous high flow. The other one is turn on your continuous high flow. And the other one is auxiliary high flow. I don't know, they're 3 buttons all the way on the left, all the way forward. Turn those all on. Then it's the A button on the left joystick, turns on your hydraulics. Now the head's spinning. Now we bring it up to full buggy. Door Well, shoot, we ain't done, but we are lunchtime done, and we got things pretty well knocked down. It ain't finished, but it's a good place for lunch. I think the client's going to be pretty much blown away. She could never get back into this area, and now we opened her up pretty good. Pretty big hills and stuff, but yeah, you're at least able to see what you're working with. So that's where we are at lunch. We'll pick up after that. All right, so we got rained out pretty good last night. Yesterday, I don't know, torrential downpour. Back out here the next day. You see this way up here and then leaning? Client requested me to take that big guy out. Normally a little bit bigger than I like. She's a widow. She got quoted $1,800 to fell this guy. Yeah, I can't do that. So I'm gonna go take out this big guy and then clean up the rest. But client walked it. Client was just ecstatic, just happier than happy. So gonna go knock out this big guy, clean it up, and then hit the road. Oh, good. And right at the base of it, that's road fabric. That's not just landscape fabric, it's geowoven fabric, so that's great. Take out this guy to the side, and then we're gonna go get big guy. All right, step one, we knocked out that guy. We got it safely over here. Oh yeah. Hard to do one-handed here. Now, how is that still standing? We gotta be able to push that by now. Wish I had the GoPro. It's down. All right. We can manhandle that. We'll just push it. Stump grinding. All right. Had to throw a jerry can of diesel in, but there were shenanigans happening here, and somewhere over there was a big leaner. Took care of that for the client. Other than that, I think we're gonna call this job done, and time to get home. Yeah. Behind the septic was the big leaner. Bam. And I don't know, it's mixed in there now. Take you for a quick walk through the project. That's about it. So spoke with the client. Client's happy. I'm happy. Everybody's happy. There's a creek back there. Got light on the toes a couple times and had to get out of there. And then property line is, I can't do it with my hand here. Right there. Well, you get it. So cleaned up property line right down there. Hey guys, appreciate you spending time with me. Appreciate coming along and seeing a project. If you like seeing a small business grow, click the thumbs up. If you want to keep seeing a small business grow, subscribe. Other than that, I'm Justin. I'm the Bulldog. If you see me doing it, you can do it even better than me. Cheers from the Bulldog.